All right, what's up, everyone? It's Amy. It's your girl. So I'm here with my boy Edrin. We grew up together. It's my my homeboy.
The sandbox.
Literally, kind of on the same journey right now, where we're trying to integrate not just business and finance, but also how can we integrate God into these moments, and how can we build wealth with God, not just on our own understanding, but faith-based.
Right.
So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about. So with that being said, let's get into it.
All right, we're going to start from the top. Shout out Tiffany Montgomery. All right, so from my notes, the first thing I had...
You got to speak up.
All right. I'm in the right place at the right time and engaged in the right activities. These were just like little quotes from that people were saying that I hit my ear and I liked it. People of influence are working on my behalf. I belong in the room. So we also spoke about the point of the conference. It was a whole weekend. It was to be a death blow to the altar of poverty. So we hate poverty. We do not like poverty. Trying to get as far away from that as we possibly can and start going towards abundance, which is
absolutely
overflow.
Like, exactly. Me and him were literally just talking about how you have to stay away from people who literally speak no life into themselves. Like, people that genuinely think with a poor mindset. Like, as individuals, like, you should not be thinking in a lack of. You should be thinking of, instead of, oh, I don't have enough to pay for this, how can I get enough to pay for this? Like, you have to
talk about in the thing too.
You literally have to think from an abundant standpoint. And the more we reprogram our minds to start thinking from an abundant state of mind instead of a lack and a poor state of mind, because that's really what it is. Poverty is poor. You have a poor mindset. And I remember there was a like poor, POOR. That was like a
acronym.
Yeah, poor is an acronym. I forgot for what exactly, but poor is a mindset.
Yeah, it's a mindset.
And poverty is a mindset. The same way that they say money goes where energy flows.
Right.
Money is not gonna go where your energy is rooted in poverty.
Can't even accept it.
Exactly.
Not even open to it in your mind.
Literally.
Facts.
I wish I brought my DJI mic. This would have ate. But it's okay. We're gonna rock. We're gonna go with it.
So what was the last thing? Oh, okay. So this was like 5 little keys that I had wrote. Don't miss millions moments. God, don't let me miss a miracle. Yeah.
We have to ask God for the guidance. Like, we have to ask God, like, God, I don't want to miss my mark. I don't want to miss my moment. I don't want my time to pass by me. And that baton that God hands you when it's your time, don't fumble that. Like, don't fumble that. God doesn't give that to everybody. God doesn't always bless you with God doesn't bless everybody with $1 million ideas. Because if that was the case, everybody on earth would be a millionaire. So when you get that idea, you have to pray so that God gives you the right headspace and the right just the right mindset to nurture that.
Steward it.
I know that's right. Clock it.
Steward it.
Okay.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Number 2 was practice making rich decisions. So that's in the mind, how you think. Number 3 was tear up foundation of what you thought was right. So this is like figuring out how to create like God with the same authority that God would have.
Exactly.
And rolling away reproach and working on your integrity.
That's number 4.
That's like a parentheses for number 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to say something about the what is it? Tearing up the foundation
of what you thought
was right. Me and Edrin were literally just talking about this. Like, we were conditioned and programmed as children to think that money and abundance only comes in one form. So in order for you to evolve and reach a different state of your life, you're gonna have to reprogram your brain. Like, as you could tell, the billionaires and the millionaires of the world did not go to college for 4 years and make billions and millions of dollars studying what the books told us to do. They, I'm sure, had to reprogram their mind, create their own path, and say, you know what? the way that everybody else is living, that's not how I want to live. I don't want to live an average life. I want to create. I want to go a different route. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is you have to reprogram what you were taught as an infant. Like, literally, we see it in our families. We see it in school. It's programming. All we have to do is ask God, hey, God, renew my mind. Reprogram my thoughts. Show me what I need to learn and the people I need to tap into so that I'm being put in different rooms that I could learn different things. Not just what I've been taught all my life.
Facts. What she said. So number 4 was don't complain. So I remember they were saying if something bad happens to you, you know, someone cuts you off or anything like that, you know, don't complain. Just say thank you and redirect that energy to joy. Because it's really not doing you any good to feel that negative energy. Nobody else is feeling that except you, so you want to, you know, redirect that energy to joy.
Yeah.
And number 5, the last one, was to write down your biggest goal of 2026. So have that on paper or on your phone. I would say personally it's best to write it down. You know, so you're actually seeing it on paper and like it's you have the physical version of it to see and actually, you know, go back to.
Yeah.
So don't be double-minded anymore and make a decision and then change later if needed. So don't be double-minded. Oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? Just go with your move, and then, you know, afterwards, if you want to change up your plan, then re-strategize when the time is needed. But don't be double-minded, because God is not double-minded.
Ooh, because God is not double-minded. God does not go back on his word. If God tells you to move your feet or lose your seat, he's telling you that for a reason. He wants you to execute on what he's telling you to do. He doesn't want you to have any room for doubt. Because doubt and double guessing does not come from God. That comes from the enemy. God is a God of clarity. We should always keep that in mind. If the answer is not clear the first time around, it probably didn't come from God.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I went to the Millions Conference, and the theme of it was taking territory, right? So to take territory, you have to map it out. You're not just, you know, when people go to war and things like that, they're not just going straight to war. The general doesn't just say go fight the first person that you see. You know, they map it out first, and they know the weaknesses of their enemies and things like that. And you have to, you know, take the territory by force with a strategic plan. So you need to be moving strategic.
That's true.
So you're not guessing. You have to be very direct, and you have to, you know, snipe. You need to be very direct about what you're trying to do. You're not just going out there all willy-nilly. You're being direct.
You took the word out of my head. I'm like, we're not out here to just dilly-dally with our goals. Like, if you dilly-dally about your goals, people are going to dilly-dally about your goals even harder. Like, if you're not sure about what you want, people will literally go in circles.
So this one right here. So this was from Tiffany Haynes. You have to, every piece of feedback that you get from anybody, from a customer or colleague, is a gift. You know, don't be so quick to get offended. You know, think about what they said, and if it's wrong, then you just know that it's wrong, so there's no reason to get offended. And if there is some truth to it, then use that to you know, build upon yourself and to make an adjustment, the correct adjustment to get better. You know, don't be offended. Don't be offended. Be a lover of a truth teller. So that's big. Be a lover of a truth teller. That's true. And then this is more so on the business side. So if you know.
Oh, you know what I just thought about when you said that? Like, we get so comfortable accepting people's lies. Like, people will lie to you to make you feel comfortable. Right. People will lie to you to make you feel good. Like, if I'm getting fat, I need somebody to tell me. Yeah. I don't want you to tell me I look good or no. Like, even just recently, I went from like 150 something to 196. Now I lost 20 pounds. Thank God I locked in and started going to the gym. But I gained 40 pounds. Nobody around me said, girl, yes, you are gaining weight. And everybody was just like convincing me that I look fine. Like, no, y'all saw me go from a T-body to Oompa Loompa. Like, why did nobody clock that? Yeah. And it's like, I don't want to be lied to. Yeah. That's why you gotta really love the truth, even if it hurts. Even if it hurts.
And another one is you have to be truthful to yourself.
Exactly.
Because you're the one. Every lie that you are the only person that has heard every lie that you told. You know, so you have to be truthful with yourself, because you can't trick yourself. You can trick yourself, but you can't avoid yourself. You can't, you can't trick yourself.
Yeah.
This is more so on the business side, but when you're starting your own business or doing things, you're establishing your culture. So you need to establish your culture, you need to establish your values and your non-negotiables, because the people that you hire, they're gonna adopt your identity, right? They're gonna mimic you. They use one example of like Chick-fil-A. Those people that work at Chick-fil-A, they probably don't act how they act at the job, outside of their job.
Yeah.
But they know, because Chick-fil-A holds
to a standard. Right.
This is when you come work at Chick-fil-A, this is how you have to come act. This is the identity that you have to come into.
Right.
So that's what you want to have, have that established from how you are as a person. You have to practice what you preach, and then from your business, you just have to establish your values and things like that, so people know what they're coming into and they know what they're stepping into and how they're supposed to be acting. Have to be in alignment with your with that identity that you're.
Yes, that reminds me of when I was building a team. When I was in the door-to-door business, I was building my own team, and one thing that they made sure that we did as leaders in the company was we had to create us standards and goals. Like, if you join my team, these are the standards you have to go by every day. You have to live by this standard, and these are the goals we're gonna work as a team to achieve. I think it was standards and goals. I'm not sure if there was something else we had to do too. But yeah, you got to create that standard, because if there's no standard, like, there's not going to be no structure. And if there's no structure, there's no strategy. And if there's no strategy, there's no business.
There's no business.
Ooh.
You're just out here just doing whatever. You're not, that's, like I had said again, you have to be sniping. You have to have your strategy. You need to have your eyes on the target with a plan. You can't just be coming out here just spraying all around and just doing everything. You got to hit your target. Yeah. So with precision. Yeah. So you need to. That's how you're supposed to be moving. Another one towards the business side is you don't want to be cursing your business by complaining about customers and saying, certain things. Oh, these people, they never want to work with me. Oh, I have bad luck with every time I try to do a deal or things like that. You're cursing yourself with your words, because your words are very powerful. The words that you use is how you see the world. What you say determines what you see. So if you're saying, oh, every time I try to do this, it goes wrong, that's what's gonna happen. Every time you do something, it's gonna go wrong. So you want to be speaking life into yourself, life into your business, life into your employees, life into your customers, life into everything. There's one lady, Terica Lynn Smith, she was speaking about how she's a real estate agent. So she speaks life into every property that she obtains, and she writes scriptures on all the wood beams of every building that she obtains before she sells it. And she was like, sometimes people ask her, oh, what if the customer sees this and they're uncomfortable with the scriptures? She's like, then this is just not for them. This is just not for you. I only want to do business with people. If you're not comfortable with that, then that's perfectly fine. I'm not losing anything from not doing business with you, because I needed to be guided by God, and
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so that's what she's rooted in. Yeah, she's moving in the authority God gave her. Exactly. So by writing those scriptures down, and that's her claiming her authority. Like, I did this with God. Like, I'm literally using my authority, my power that's been given to me by God to sell this home or to rent this property or whatever. And it's like she's gonna find her crowd, and the people that align with what God teaches are going to naturally flock to you. Yeah. So it's like, if someone really has an issue with that, then they can gladly find an agent or a real estate broker that doesn't do that. Yeah. And that's not nobody's loss. That's you standing in your ground and staying in your morals with your integrity.
Yeah. Again, with Terica Lynn Smith, this was her like section. One thing that she said, I invest to rest. So I invest to rest. I'm doing this to have, long-term financial stability, because, I don't want to be working 9 to 5 where, at the end of my career, I have nothing to show for it, nothing to pass down on to my children, nothing for the next generations other than, stress-induced diseases and things like that. You want to actually be investing and making, smart investments that are actually going to be fruitful.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So not wanting to invest is a poverty mindset. And we hate poverty over here.
And what was bro?
We hate poverty.
The first thing we spoke about before we even got into this conversation was, I was telling him, I'm like, I'm now learning, because I didn't grow up, like, I was not the type of person who grew up receiving gifts. Like, it was once in a blue moon where at most my uncle would give me like $100 here and stuff like that, or my dad would be like, okay, let's go shopping. But like, I didn't receive a lot of gifts growing up, so I never knew how to be a giver. I have here. Okay, thank you. So I was not really like, I didn't grow up being a giver, because I didn't really receive like gifts, so I didn't know how to give gifts. Right. But one thing I'm learning now is like, giving is an energy, it's a flow. Like, what you give is what you get. Right. Seriously. So it's like, when you receive, and when you receive with the right intentions, it's always nice to give a portion or give back to whatever God is putting in your heart. Seriously. Like, it doesn't have to be even like everything like very specific, but like, that's very important. Like, I'm now learning this, because I was telling Edrin, like, I'm not out here giving money. Like, I was never the type. But now if God puts it in my heart, I'm gonna give. I'm gonna do it. Not to the point where like, oh, it's like I'm gonna be in poverty if I give my last dollar. Like, that's not how we're trying to give either. But like, give with grace. Like
we were saying, money is an energy. So I feel like if you're being very restrictive with your money, it's gonna just push that energy out to where you're restricted to getting money. If you're restrictive giving, you're gonna be restrictive getting. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why it's good to be smart with your money, but like, you're not so restrictive with it. Like, you're more carefree with it. Like, you give money to the homeless,
like,
strategically, and then you have no problem giving money to the homeless. You have no problem giving to people in need, people, the less fortunate. I feel like people that are a bit more, they don't like doing that, you could kind of see that they don't usually make that much money, because that's the type of energy that they're putting out. That's true. So another thing that she was saying, Terica was saying, fear and favor cannot be in the same room. So
say that again. I don't think they heard you.
Fear and favor cannot be in the same room. They can't.
How can God favor you when you fear favor? How can you receive a blessing from God if you're scared to receive blessings? Impossible. It literally just does not work. It does not work. And God, there's no, okay, now we're gonna get into it. Do you know how many times in the Bible it says, do not fear? God tells us not to fear. So how can God favor us when we live in fear? That is the whole opposite of favor. You don't receive blessings when you're living in fear. It literally just doesn't happen. I'm sorry if this video is shaky, guys. We live in New York City. The roads are tore up. Somebody please call 311. The roads need help. But I really hope and pray that you guys are receiving the message and not too focused on, the little shakiness, because it's going to happen.
That doesn't matter. What we're saying is the important part.
Exactly.
This information, this knowledge is the important part. So fear and favor, they cannot be in the same room. They cannot be in the same room. So
you better pray that fear away. Pray it away. I did it. You could do it too. I swear.
So another good one. Faith moves at the speed of your obedience. How's it going? I like that one.
You see when we just looked at each other, because he knows what he knows what I'm going through right now, and I've been obedient. And the faith is showing. It's showing.
It's been, as soon as you got obedient, instantly.
Instant. Like once you make that, once you really give God that yes, fully, and you're like, yeah, I trust you. I'm gonna do what you tell me to do. I'm not gonna do it my way. He moves.
You have to immediately feel it in your heart, so you can't just say.
Yeah, you can't just say it, because faith without works is dead. If I could say it, I could say I'm gonna do anything, and if I don't do it, it's not that it never got done. I was just politicking at that point.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move on to this other lady. Her name was Rochelle T. Parks. So she was saying, you have to know the vision. To do anything, you have to be successful in the business world, and really I feel like this could be extrapolated to any part of life. You have to have a vision, you have to be coachable, you have to have integrity, and then you should invest in a mentor, somebody to like keep you accountable, to hold you accountable, to see things. They made a good analogy. You know how the NBA basketball, they have the 5 players, and then you have the coach. So the players are on the court, they're doing their thing on the court, but the point of the coach is to see the whole floor. They can see the whole floor, and they can see things that you're not seeing because you're in the game. Exactly. So you want to have somebody that can get that bird's eye view, and then they can give you the right advice. So you want to find a good mentor that you feel is the correct one for you, and that will take you very far. Right. Like, not take you very far.
Even right now for me, like, I have someone mentoring me on creating content, and the reason why, not for like YouTube and stuff yet, she's helping me how to create high quality reels and shorts, like short videos, reels and stuff like that. But I took the course. This is a funny story, and how true that is, because I took the course and I was in the course for a month. The next month I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna try to do everything myself, and I'm gonna do everything myself, and I'm gonna see how that goes. And it did not go well, because I didn't get the guidance from someone who already has their foot in the game, already has the knowledge.
Look at the next thing. If you see someone where you want to be, listen.
Yeah,
what I was about to say.
Like, I've been watching her for years. You already influenced me. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, I tried to do it on my own. It didn't work. So I went right back in this month, actually, just beginning. Well, I don't know what day it is. Is it May?
The 29th.
Well, yeah, I told myself, like, okay, so coming in for May, I want to go back into it.
Yeah.
And I submitted some videos for audit, and she already gave me like the vision, like the things that I can't see myself, she's coaching me on. Because we need coach. Like, I humbled myself. I put in the group chat, say, hey beautiful girls, like, I was here last month. I thought I could do it all on my own. I'm back and I need y'all help. And immediately everybody jumped on that and was like, hey, do this, do that. They sent me videos, examples, and I'm like, you know what? That's all you need. Sometimes you just need a little coach. You need a little push.
And when people see you, you're actually trying on your own, people will want to help you. If they see you're actually putting in the work, and you have the correct mindset, then people will come on the way that you will never even see from, that you couldn't even think of. They will come and they'll help you. So you gotta be actually doing stuff, and then people will come on your way with help. Be known as a person with integrity and of wealth and influence. Ask God for the wisdom to influence correctly.
That's something I've been doing heavy, because I don't want to get on here and just tell y'all something with no backbone about it, or like I'm not out here just talking. Like, I'm doing this through the divine intervention of God. Like, me and Edrin were having a whole full-blown hour-long conversation right before I pulled out my camera, but God was telling me, like, this is valuable information. Get that camera out. Like, this is something that someone's gonna watch and they're gonna learn from it. So it's like, and mind you, he's learning from he went to the conference. I didn't go to this conference. So as y'all are listening with me, I'm also taking this information in. But it's like,
and this is really like my first time really going through the notes since the conference. So I'm remembering everything,
like refreshing
my mind, you know. Another one, keep your words to yourself. Like, keep your word.
Yes.
Keep your word. That's very big. And tell yourself, my word means something to me. You don't want to just be lying to yourself, because every time you lie to yourself, every time you say you're gonna do something and then you don't do it, it's like chipping away at, like, what is it? You're chipping away at your confidence. Really, you're just chipping away at your confidence, because you know what you say you're not gonna do. So it's just, yeah, it's like your word starts to not mean anything.
If you tell yourself, I'm gonna go to the gym today, and you don't go to the gym, and you keep telling yourself, okay, the next day I'm gonna go to the gym today, and you don't go to the gym, like, you're not even taking yourself seriously at that point.
Who's gonna take you seriously?
Who's gonna take you seriously? Like, you can't build nothing fruitful off of a foundation where you keep lying to yourself.
Yeah. Like,
what type of person are you gonna be if you keep lying to yourself? Someone who doesn't get anything done. You can't live off your own lies. Like, that's just not it.
Not it. Don't work like that. Excuses are poverty words.
Excuses are poverty words.
That's big. An excuse is a guarded lie. Excuse is a guarded lie. So it's like you're not technically not lying, but it's a guarded lie, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anything, we could just like wrap it up here.
Okay, bet.
Because this was good. I feel like we gave them a lot of information. To someone that doesn't receive this type of like being poured into, like, this might feel like a lot to process, but literally it's really not. Like, just take every piece of information day by day, apply it to your life as you deem fit. And like, stay positive, stay rooted in God. Make sure you always ask him for the divine intervention and guidance. And I love you guys very much. I hope you learned something from this quick car conversation. Maybe me and Edrin will start doing these more often, and maybe we'll do them in a stationary thing where we're not like moving and stuff like that. Maybe because this was like very much like pull out the camera.
Small beginnings.
The people want to hear this, and I'm about to go put my gas. And so love you guys very much. Hope you guys got something from this. If you haven't already, make sure you follow my socials down below. This won't be the last of me talking about abundance and freedom and God, and this all ties into what I got going on right now. So also subscribe to my podcast. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to cultivating this space. Bye guys.